Today we are going to complete Thorpe Park, and I know that's quite a vague thing. Hello Jasmine. We're going to complete Thorpe Park in chronological order, so we're going to start from the very beginning of Thorpe Park's history. We can't ride certain rides like Mr. Rabbit's Tropical Travel. No, what is it? Mrs. Hippo's Fungal Safari. Ew. It's like a mix of fun and jungle, but it sounds like mushroom. The rides that are here, we're going to ride them, and we're going to take a history tour through Thorpe Park. So join us.
Turn left, round, upside down. Down, don't be down. Dan frowns. Dan frowns.
Also, get to Thorpe Park at like 9 AM because we waited 0 minutes for security and it is not absolutely swarming with no friend of mine. The real MVPs of Thorpe Park's media and advertising is these two guys. They're wearing shirts, presumably of themselves, on little Hawaiian shirts. Park opened in 1979 and they didn't actually have any major rides until the early 80s. Oh fucking hell, I can't get the words out. I've got it. In the late 70s, early 80s, it was mainly just water-based attractions like rowing boats and river canal tours and things like that. And then in 1983 they decided to invest, which is what our first ride of the day is going to be.
The fact.
Yeah. I have a friend for this fact. It's youtube.com/LouisPoo. In 1983, Thorpe Park invested in an indoor roller coaster called Space Station Zero. Think Space Mountain if it was a UK theme park with no fans and no money. That's what this ride was. In 1999, they moved it outside and it became Flying Fish. Let's take a ride, walk down the queue line and go fly with the fish.
It's all rusty.
Oh no. What's for a gnarly spider web? Ew. 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 Hi Nathan Senior.
Hi, Nathan Senior.
Welcome to Dobble Tea Party. Recently rethemed to the popular children's game, Dobble. It's kind of like Snap, but more Gen Z. And this ride actually originally opened in 1986. And funnily enough, at the time, there weren't really that many big rides at the park. So a teacups ride, pretty solid. The people were loving it. The people were getting hyped up over it. It really was a good time. It was at one point themed to Tetley, the tea company, which makes sense. It could have gone for Yorkshire if I had the choice. And it's been here ever since. So 96, 2006, 2016, it'll be 40 years old next year. Can everyone say happy 40-year birthday to this ride for next year?
Happy 40-year birthday for this ride for next year.
Next year, yep. The Double Tea Party next year. It's a big one. You're an old man now.
Bless you.
But I don't like Double Tea Party anymore.
I want to rotate so I can see Nathan Senior. I want to rotate so I can see Nathan Senior.
Oh, someone's got their phone out. I wish that James Smiles was here. He would be telling me that my historical facts are meaningless and pointless and that I should just have fun. Which, in a way, is a really healthy way of living. Having fun is the main thing. Just a bit of satire. Louise, imagine Louise. Just imagine just sat there having the best time.
I want to rotate so I can see Jazz.
That
was actually exhausting.
Wow, that sure was stormy. Thanks for coming and listening to my history tour.
There. Survived. Dan, you've got a crack in your teacup.
1 year later, in 1987, the park opened Rumba Rapids, or at the time it was called Thunder River. It was changed to Rumba Rapids shortly after because someone died. That's not a joke, someone literally died. It was sponsored by Ribena. I was thinking, I was just sat here at Thorpe Park thinking about my good friend Josh. I only have one thing to say to you, Josh. 4 letters, 1 word. That's it. In 1991, the park opened Depth Charge. Now, Depth Charge is I don't know who the manufacturer is, to be quite honest with you, but it's a water slide. The 4 riders race against each other down to the bottom of the hill. Now, the problem that they had with Depth Charge is when it first opened, they had lots of water rides here, including Loggers Leap, Rapids, and then this. They thought it was a bit of a useless addition. I disagree. I had a lot of fun. It was 3 years later, in 1994. Blackpool Pleasure Beach were opening the big one. Alton Towers were opening Nemesis. Drayton Manor were opening Shockwave, and Thorpe Park were opening Mr. Monkey's Banana Ride. And everyone knows that Mr. Monkey does not enjoy getting wasps stuck in his costume. In 1996, 2 years after Mr. Monkey's Banana Ride, they decided to do something big. And they basically bought another indoor roller coaster, because that seems to be what they did every single time. It's a Vekoma Enigma coaster. It hasn't got any inversions, it's just like a family coaster. It was originally called X No Way Out, and it used to go backwards. They didn't, after a little while, it wasn't really clicking, people didn't really enjoy it, and they renamed it to X, and they had changed the theme so that it was more to do with like a nightclub rather than a computer box, which was the original theme of the ride. In 2018, it was rethemed to what is behind me, The Walking Dead ride. So it's themed to the popular AMC TV show under the same name. So it's just zombies everywhere and Nathan Senior everywhere. It's a good ride. The first investment of the new millennia was what sits behind me. In 2000, Thorpe Park brought out Tidal Wave, which is a Intamin shoot-the-shoot ride. Now, as you can see behind me, it was probably the first major themed experience that Thorpe Park introduced, with a ruined church, a cannery, a dockyard over here, and also the massive tidal wave itself. This is a ride that gets you truly wet, and I am so pleased it is closed today. And in 2001, the park invested in a Fabry drop tower, which is behind me. It's called Detonator. It's called Detonator for a number of years. Angry Birds came along, and essentially it was renamed Detonator Bombs Away, and they added the black bird onto it. But other than that, it takes you all the way up to the top of the 100-foot tower. It holds you there for a little while, and then it forces you downwards. So it's actually a force down drop tower. And now it's been rethemed to a fireworks shop on Big Easy Boulevard, ready for Mardi Gras. Very nice. This is going to sound very blunt. However, in 2001, Thorpe Park added quite a few flat rides to their roster. We've already had a look at Detonate. Another one that they added was Vortex. It is a KMG afterburner, a swing and spin ride. It has no theming. It's just a standard sort of funfair model. Do you remember how a moment ago I said that Thorpe Park put a bit of money into investing in flat rides in 2001? Meet Zodiac, a Huss Enterprise that opened in 2001 that doesn't have any theming. It's just a standard funfair model. Colossus was the first major roller coaster at this park. You can argue X No Way Out, you can argue Flying Fish. I would argue otherwise. Colossus is a 10 inverting roller coaster made by Intamin. It opened in 2002 and it really put Thorpe Park on the map. It held the record for the most amount of inversions until 2013 when the Smiler came along. So it held that record for 11 years and still remains one of the most popular rides at the park today. It is a bit rough though. It is a bit rough. Thorpe Park took 12 years to make one coaster to another. They built the Swarm in 2012, they built Hyperion in 2024. 12 years. Colossus opened in 2002, Nemesis Inferno opened in 2003. That is productivity at its finest. It's a B&M inverted coaster. It's got 4 inversions. Very, very smooth. That was probably the most intense ride I've ever had on it, but we all had a very, very nice time. Into a volcano, kind of, loosely. Do you like the volcano?
It to erupt.
As I've mentioned previously, all of the different rides in this area I'm not a massive fan of. Quantum, on the other hand, I can fuck with this. 2003, Fabry Magic Carpet. It is an absolute airtime machine. Still doesn't have any theming. Well, it's kind of got like a bit of a mystical theme. It's made for the families, and I absolutely love it. And 2003, I mean, it's getting on now, and it still rides very, very well. So, Samurai opened at the park in 2004, and it was moved from Chessington It is a Mondial top scan. It is the first time that I've done it in 13 years. It is very intense and I like it a lot. As you can see, there are 5 arms, each one holding 5 people. The main 6 arms holding 5 people. It's the central arm spins around whilst the others flip and spin. It really is an intense ride. Yeah, it didn't fit in at Chessington. I can see why they moved it to Thorpe Park. Rush is a 2006 S&S Screaming Swing. It is the best flat ride at the park. It's essentially a massive pirate ship with lap bars that go around your waist. And as you can probably see, you go pretty high. I don't know the exact height of it because unfortunately I don't have an eidetic memory. It is fantastic. Opened in 2006. It's a little bit newer than the rest of the rides in this area. And yeah, they haven't really made a flat ride like it since. Stealth opened in 2006 and is an Intamin accelerator coaster. As you can see behind me, it goes pretty high, 205 feet in total. It's been closed a lot quite recently, but it does seem to be getting back in its place. It goes from 0 to 80 in 1.9 seconds, which makes it the fastest accelerating coaster in the world. And its original name was going to be Edge. 2009, and Thorpe Park decided that what they were going to do was build a roller coaster themed around a horrific horror film where people get cut up, chop up into bits, and it's a Gerstlauer Eurofighter. It's about 100 feet tall. It's got 3 inversions. It's very, very rough. It's well themed, and I mean the warehouse and everything. It's a nice piece of kit for the park to have. I would personally change it. Too rough, but I don't get to. And in 2011, Storm Surge opened. It is a Whitewater West raft ride. It's like a slide with like this dinghy that spins around. Interesting fact about this one, it actually came from America. It used to be at the site of Legoland, Florida. And the park used to be called Cypress Gardens. And Cypress Gardens was bought out by Merlin, turned into Legoland, Florida. They couldn't see a way to fit this one in. They brought it to Thorpe Park as Storm Surge. In 2012, Thorpe Park opened the Swarm, which is a Bolliger and Mabillard winged coaster. It has 4 inversions. There was a debate that it had 5. I would argue otherwise. It's themed around an alien apocalypse, and if you can spin the camera around, you can see that there is wreckage everywhere. The soundtrack of the ride was made by Yumi at 6, a local band. And basically it flopped. So after this, the park didn't open a coaster for about 10 years. Let's ride it. It's time to answer some questions on a roller coaster. Coaster quizzes.
This is my closest ride to greying out my again, so if I go quiet on questions, I might just be thinking. Thanks, Papa.
Thanks, Mum. Louise.
Yeah?
Welcome to Coaster Quizzes.
Oh, it started.
We're currently in the station for the Swarm.
42 feet. Correct. True. How many points have I got?
We haven't started yet.
Okay.
You nearly got it though. Okay, so I'm going to ask you the first question now. So, a typical one for when we're on Coaster Quizzes. What year did the Swarm open?
2012.
That is correct. How tall is the Swarm?
120 feet.
Oh! So close!
How much is it?
It's 127 feet.
Oh, what a good guess.
Can you name every inversion on the Swarm?
Upside down loop bat wing. No is the answer, no.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Alright.
dear.
What band made the theme song for the Swarm?
AC/DC, Panic at the Disco, Hot Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No, it's Yumi at 6.
Yeah, that was closer. That was close.
Okay, now for some general knowledge. What is the largest bird of prey? Right, correct. It is the Andean condor.
Okay.
What bird has the largest wingspan?
Ostrich.
It's the albatross. Who played the 10th Doctor in Doctor Who?
David Tennant.
Correct. That was good.
Any more?
Yeah, alright. What colours can you find on the South African flag?
Green, red, and white.
No, it's green, white, black, red, yellow, and blue.
Oh yeah, I was close. Any other questions? I've got a few more seconds, right?
What's 7 plus 3?
21.
Yeah. It was in 2014 that Thorpe Park decided it would be a good idea to put Angry Birds in, which was like years out of date by then, but whatever. It has since been changed to the Big Easy Boulevard, and this was originally King Pig's Wild Hog Dodgems. It used to have cars that were green to represent the pigs and red to represent the bird, but now it's been changed to a car garage in 1950s decor. It's just your standard Dodgems. And in 2016, one of the latest additions to the park, they introduced Derren Brown's Ghost Train. Derren Brown's Ghost Train did transition into Derren Brown's Ghost Train Rise of the Demon, and it eventually turned into just Ghost Train. To be honest with you, it is one of the strangest attractions you can find at any theme park in the world. I don't want to ruin anything, but it is not necessarily a ride, it's not necessarily a scare maze, it's kind of just an eclectic mix of randomness. They can't wait. And that brings us to 2024, the latest addition to the Thorpe Park skyline, Hyperia, and it is the tallest coaster in the UK, the fastest coaster in the UK, unfortunately not the longest coaster in the UK, but I mean, many people believe that it's the best one, and I am part of that crowd. We just had a really good ride on it, I must admit. It's a little bit rougher since they've added those new seats on, but what a ride. And that is 41 years of history wrapped up into one video, and the last ends right here at the Sunset Cinema. And the latest addition to Thorpe Park, which is the Ready Player One 4D experience. I have been in it, I'm not going in it today, it was shit. I am aware that I look like a corpse. It's hay fever. However,
yeah, that's right.
we have had a really, really good day at Thorpe Park. We are home now, my phone did die. But thank you for tuning in, because it's been a very different kind of video.
I've really enjoyed it, yeah. Oh! I've not done my Jazzy's Daytime Fact! And Nathan's not even here, so I can actually tell it. Hold on, we'll skip to that.
It's Jazzy's Daytime Facts.
So, my fact for today is something all of us Brits know far too well. The rain. So, you know on the weather forecast where it says like what % chance of rain that it's going to be? Where it says like 30%.
Oh shit, 1 minute, Nathan's calling me.
Turn that frown upside down. Down, don't be down. Down.